Statement of intent there, Tien Lin. 7 goals in World Cup qualifying so far.
There's a good run in behind that. There's mobility that he'll bring to that forward line, that pace that I was talking about. And just changing the profile of that attack. With the 2 up front here. Essentially, it's a more attacking midfield setup for Vietnam in this second half. Huang Duc, the number 14, is accompanied by Tuan An. Here in the second 45, he'll just be that little midfielder sitting in front of that back line. Oh, it's a poor touch back to the goalkeeper. Nguyen Man, quick off his line.
Dicey moment there. They have to come out with something in the second half. Park Hang-seo knows they certainly don't want to be going a few goals down into the second leg if they can help it. No away goals, of course, in this format. Foul on Godwiman. Man has come on. Here's Titipan, Bangkok United player, 40 caps for his country, 28-year-old. There you go, they're fired up now, the Vietnam crowd. There's Tien Lin, away by Titipan. Quang Hai, over there in the way. Here's Tirasin. Foul on Superchok, that's what he's asking. Tirasin. Nothing given. Vietnam reluctantly put the ball out of play. He's had a few challenges on him today, hasn't he, Superchok?
Yeah. Well, Vietnam are here to fight, and so are Thailand. It's a high boot from Zui Man.
Four yellow cards for Vietnam, 3 for Thailand. Just the way this game is going, there could well be more. Tirasin. What there? Sarach goes down. Similar pattern to what we saw at the start of the first half. Lovely challenges. So he felt he had to do something, Roshan, at the start of the second half. Wasn't quite working out for him.
Well, yeah, he's made those 2 changes, hasn't he, with Van Dijk and Tien Lin coming in. And the setup is different. They've gone with wanting to have more support in those forward positions. I'm thinking behind that, having to try and claw at least 1 goal back ahead of the second leg. It was also important for him to just calm them down at half-time. They were getting frustrated, losing their heads a little bit. And a couple of really rough challenges.
Tien Lin, Manuel Beer right on him. There's Tiraton. Kitiwat looking for Sarach. degree. Just held on to the ball, didn't he? And he gave it away. Wang Duk. Tan Cho. Vietnam. To be a little patient, trying to create something though. Bit of space here. Quang Hai. Still Quang Hai. First shot of the second half.
Yeah, well worked there. Seen it on a couple of occasions, Hong Zui early on in the second half, making those runs infield off that left-hand side. Able to find Quang Hai. You know he's going to try and bring it onto his left foot. Can't quite get over the ball there. Great response from their fans. They were kept quiet by Thailand in the first half.
He will be very happy with this Manu Polking. And he has stuck to his word. They were going to take the game to Vietnam. He didn't care that they were going to face the Vietnamese. And to be fair, Park Hang-seo said, so be it. You can only play what's put in front of you. But certainly now, they're under pressure here, Vietnam. Narubadin looking for Tirasin. Narubadin. Pitiwat. Handed away of Beer. And again, Roshan, if this was a one-off match, be a very different sort of feel to this right now, wouldn't it? With about 40-odd minutes to go, as opposed to the first leg.
Yeah, you know, and that always comes into it as well. Again, as I said, going into that break, so important to remember that, yes, you want to get yourselves back into this match to give yourselves a better chance in the second leg. You also don't want a game to run away from you, and you don't want for it to be decided in the first 90 minutes of this tie. Lovely work from Chanatip.
So good to watch from Chanatip there. Titipan can't keep that in, but that just encapsulates what he's all about, Chanatip. Also the recovery when he went down.
Yeah, he's playing,
sprung up.
He's playing at a different level, Chanatip. You know, as I said, coming into this, it's just so comfortable for him. You know, with the way he's been able to just move around, drift around, pick out teammates, score a couple of goals for himself. One fortunate one, the second one was absolutely brilliant bit of play from Thailand. Just gets taken down there, Chanatip.
Well, it's interesting. The players have said that they really like the style of Manu Polking, and they say he's very friendly and explains things in details. We just saw that as well with his coaching staff. He's been in Thailand for quite some time,
yes, he has.
well, Roshan. That's probably helped. There was a lot of talk or eyebrows raised that he's never won a title there, but he understands how things work there. He's also had a stint, by the way, in Vietnam that was far less successful. And that was something was made of that in the media. Here is Chanatip.
Yeah, completely different in Vietnam. Very difficult environment as well. Just remember with the situation around COVID. We'll come back to Manu in a bit as we see Thitipan already making a really good impact from midfield. That's what he has in his locker, that capacity to make those runs in behind opposition defenses. But yeah, he's been in Thailand a long time. He was the assistant coach with the national side. He's had a spell as a club coach with Bangkok United, so he'll know these players really well. And what's important as well is foreign coaches, when they come into a new environment, to understand the culture there. And he spent enough time that I'm sure he's well groomed in what's expected of him, what's expected of his players. He knows a lot about Thai football and how it works, so that's going to help him along.
It says a lot, Roshan. He has never been out of a job for more than a month or so every time he's left the club in Thailand.
It's also important that he has a good backroom staff around him, people he can trust. It's Kong Fung. It's replaced by Nuk Chin.
Another out-and-out striker, Nuk Chin, who made his name at the AFC Under-23 Championships, replacing Kong Fung.
So important for a head coach to have a backroom staff, people he can trust in there, people who are loyal, he knows can deliver. It's good that he's got Wasapon with him as well, one of his assistants.
Yeah, his record at Ho Chi Minh City didn't last very long. 4 wins out of 12, 6 losses. And soon after he lost that job, he was given the Thai national team gig, which is a big one for him. As I said, his first statement of intent was that he was going to bring back the AFF Suzuki Cup. Here's Sarach. Talking of statement of intent, by the way, the Thai team rewarded very handsomely for getting through to the semi-finals. They all got iPhone 13s, which was a gift as well from the manager, Wangpan Lamsan, who's known as Madam Pang, quite a character as well in Thai football. They also got some Rolex watches, and Manapolkin got all that plus some designer bags. Not bad, eh? And that's just to get to the semi-finals. So, looking good here at the moment to get into the finals. Vietnam, by the way, promised 100,000 US if they beat Thailand. So big incentive. This is what the AFF Suzuki Cup means.
Shielding of the ball from Super Chok there, against Tan Chong. But look, it's a huge competition in this part of the world. And we touched on this, I think, at the first match of this tournament, we were working on together, how the foreign coaches very quickly understand how important this tournament is.
Otherwise it's bye-bye to you, isn't it?
And as I said, if you win it, you end up winning it, you're an instant hero and you get time. You get time with the squad. That pressure is immediately off your shoulders. And it means a lot to the players as well, because as I said, while it's great to be competing at a higher level, playing against likes of Saudi Arabia, Japan and Australia and those sorts of teams, it can be very difficult for you mentally as well if you're constantly losing matches. So when they come into a competition like this, they know the level is similar, it's about the same, and so they've got a realistic chance of winning a trophy.
Yeah. So that's what... Sorry.
Motivation levels is going up a notch as well.
So that's what I wanted to ask you about actually in the first half, talking about the mindset. As Thailand pass around confidently, do you think in any way it could have been dented, the fact that they've come into this tournament with so much expectation, they've been off the back of 6 straight losses in the World Cup qualifiers. There's a ball up to Narubudin, he won't get there, will he? Is that a foul? He goes down, no foul given. But it is going to be a corner.
But it has come off Nok Hai.
We will see a change here for Thailand. And Supachok replaced by Supachai. This has been a common change throughout this tournament. He's had a good first half in particular, didn't he?
Yes, Woodchuck I thought was really lively, and times had to run a couple of heavy challenges. But he's done well, he's done his part. A really good player to be able to bring on as well, Supachai. Again, different option in terms of that profile of player to come on. We saw Supachai score a goal against Singapore in that last group stage match.
Kind of made his name in the last AFF championship. Hasn't really kicked on too much since then. Perhaps this will be another good platform for him. Hasn't nailed down a regular starting place here. Not yet anyway. Still just 23 years of age, just turned 23 a few weeks ago. Now that as Vietnam come forward here, Quang Duc, Quang Hai, Tien Lin would love the ball, I'm sure, at some point. Doesn't get to him. Yeah, Roshan, the point I was trying to make earlier is they've come in, as I said, with this sort of, they know they're the best team, but they haven't had a good track record coming in, and then they don't finish top of the group. Does that take a bit of a knock on you when you're overwhelmingly expected to finish top?
I think it would have been a bit of a blow to have seen that you're coming up against Thailand in the semi-finals. At the same time, I think these players are experienced enough, professional enough to know that
shot from distance, flashing across the 6-yard box.
There's no use really feeling pity for yourself. You just got to get on with it, right? And you want to compete against the best teams. You want to win the big titles. You've got to play against quality opposition. You see the shot from Van Tan going well wide of goal.
We were talking about this as a perfect way to sort of reignite your World Cup qualifiers, in which restart in January. They're playing against Australia. So we thought this would be a great tournament for them, wouldn't it? Vietnam to be involved here, get the win, or at least perform well. Away by Narubarin. Up to Supachai. Kritsada. Here's Tiraton. Really like another goal to really nail down the result here in this first leg if they can. Ha Duc Chin. Quang Hai. Have they really threatened this tie goal in the second half? Here come Thailand.
Well, they've done really well, Thailand, in the second half to just control the tempo of things, and they've taken the sting out of the game. You can see they've sucked the rhythm out of it almost. First half, wonderful intensity to their play, quick passes, quick touches forward, always looking for those line-breaking passes, those penetrative passes forward. Here in the second half, they're quite happy to just slow it down, sideways, backwards a little bit.
Fantastic game management though, right?
Yeah, really good game management. And again, they don't need to chase it, right? It's Vietnam who, as the clock ticks away, will perhaps start to get a little bit more desperate. Pick and choose your moments. If you're Thailand now, he's sitting pretty.
Well, he's still got a couple changes to make if he wants Park Hang-seo. See if he can influence this first leg. Ha Duc Chin, good perseverance from the Vietnam forwards. Quang Hai sets himself up. Once again, it's hit the crossbar. The woodwork denying him. Loose ball. Van Duc doesn't get there.
He's so unfortunate, Quang Hai. That was wonderful work by Ha Duc Chin. on this left-hand side. Tom Beer was just trying to shepherd it out of play, and he didn't give up on it. The number 18 kept that one alive. You're thinking Beer's favourite for this. But really well done by Duk Chin. And then Quang Hai here, again exquisite. I say he's one of the best technicians in terms of the way he hits the ball in this region. And again there, just really unfortunate. It doesn't quite dip enough to beat the goalkeeper. 2 against the frame of the goal now. First one, the free kick in that first half.
I mean, he could have had 2 spectacular goals. Denied by the frame for the second time in this game. Bit of a chat going on here with some of the Vietnam players, with the staff, as to what they want them to do. And Quang Hai is thinking, what do I need to do to score a goal here today? Sada limping off for the moment. Just denying Van Duk away in earlier. But it's something like that can just maybe stir a team and galvanise them.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vietnam now, you expect them to have a lot more of the ball, a lot more in terms of the possession there. But let's see if they can open up this Thai defence.
It's just a bit more intensity now from Vietnam. They've got to give it everything in these next 22 minutes. They want to try and get something out of this first leg if they can. Hong Duk. Here's Nok Hai. Just doesn't fall, does it, for Tien Lin?
A change of approach there for Vietnam. Starting to go a little bit longer. He's done well here. Quang Duk.
Pritsada on the way. Bobbling around in the middle. Thailand biding their time for the moment. Here's Thiraton. They don't have to do too much. Try and contain these Vietnamese players. Doing a pretty decent job of it. Remember, it was 2-0 the last time they met. Plenty of goals here, maybe more to come. Here's Quang Hai, slips the ball in, and Ha Duk Chin is offside.
Yeah, really nice idea. And Quang Hai with the reverse pass. Ha Duk Chin. Oh, he's onside. I'm afraid that's not the best call from the assistant referee on that far side.
Very clearly on.
I mean, we get the benefit of a replay, but he's made the wrong decision there. No VAR, of course, and some people out there delighted with no VAR, and you've got to live with the fact that there will be mistakes made by the team of officials.
Yesterday being a prime example.
That's right, there should have been a penalty to Indonesia.
Yeah.
Also, there could potentially have been a couple of red cards as well if there was VAR.
For one apiece. Pritsada. Here's Thiraton. He's getting a few problems there from Tien Lin. Phong Hong Dui. He's done well here, Phong Hong Dui. Again, maybe just holding onto the ball a little too long. Dispossessed by Nadubadin. Here's Tirasin. Foul on Sarac. The Vietnamese crowd not particularly sympathetic. Star man here for Vietnam, Quang Hai.
I love his technique. Such a sweet left foot. Very unfortunate. Both occasions. Off the frame of the goal.
There you go, those were stats. No goals yet. 5 attempts. Passing accuracy just 57%, but boy, has he had some very good attempts on goal. All these bits of gamesmanship, killing off the momentum perhaps.
Yeah, exactly that. Slowing down the rhythm, the tempo of the game. Makes it frustrating for Vietnam.
Sarac is going to come back on shortly. Remember, he has never lost to Thailand at national or under 23 level. Park Hang-seo. And he's going to try and change things up again. Ho Tan Tai is coming on. Corner meanwhile up the other end for Thailand. They're also going to make a change here, back to Tiraton. Here's Chanatip. Pitiwat. Oh, again, superb from Chanatip, weaving his way towards the box. Did he just have a little go at Tiraton there?
He's just an artist, isn't he, Chanatip? I mean, that was magical, really. Chanatip, have a look at this. He's playing futsal with his friends.
That's why he gets called Messi J, right?
Yep.
Every country seems to have one of those, but he probably seems to be the closest thing in Southeast Asia. Here's Quang Hai. Is that the right option for him? Narubanin will get there first. And it's a like-for-like change. Van Tan replaced by Ho Tan Tai. Teresa Dungda, replaced by Wanachit. So the man that's just come in there, Wanachit, who was quite the threat against Singapore. 24-year-old, plays for Bujin Pathum United, a number of those players in the squad. His 5th cap today. See, he's quite the handful. Vietnam. Just told you, Ho Tan Tai, 24-year-old as well, 7th cap for Bin Din.
He's left the foot in on Chanatip there as well.
He's a player that's going to draw these fouls, isn't he, Roshan? And that's why he spent so much of last season injured.
Yeah, and I mean, it's so difficult to get the ball off him. And he hangs on to it, drop of the shoulder here, he shimmers and turns away in the other direction. It frustrates you as a defender.
Here's Narubadin. Oh, he's not meant to do that, I can tell you.
Yeah, I mean, Warachit was still running as the ball went out of play. He's getting the lines crossed there.
So, Roshan, we spent a lot of time in the second half, particularly looking at Vietnam and what they're trying to do and what they're aiming to get out of this. But what about Thailand? We've talked about some game management here, but by going into a bit of a shell and just trying to contain Vietnam, there could be a school of thought to say, let's try to kill this off.
I think you want to...
You've just got to be think about again that second
Yeah,
leg.
you know, there's another game to go. You don't want to get carried away and disrespect the opposition, because Vietnam can hurt you. If you overexpose yourselves, you push too many players forward, you're chasing that third goal which you could kill the game off, then you run that risk of Vietnam hitting you on the counter.
Which is one of their strengths, isn't it?
Exactly, and that's something Mana brought up. You can see now they set up in a 4-1-4-1 off the ball just to protect themselves in midfield. An extra body in there with Warachit on the ball now.
Yeah, Warachit, that was hugely ambitious from him to Titipan. I suppose they're also hoping that Vietnam start committing, don't they? And perhaps try and take advantage of that.
That's what they'll be waiting for. You know, again, you don't need to take chances, don't risk it. Just be patient. Make sure you keep your discipline here. You can just see Pitiwat, the number 16, screening in front of that defense, behind that midfield line of 4 ahead of him. Super Chai, the lone frontman. Not going to be pressing too much as well. Thailand, and he's not pressing higher up. But it breaks for Vietnam here.
Oh, they can still be kept alive, perhaps. Narubadin puts it out of play. Pong Hong Dui. Time fast running out here for Vietnam if they want to get something out of this. Quang Hai, what a pass! And that's just wide! From Van Duk. About as good a chance as they've had in the second half.
Really good opportunity for Vietnam. And the warning signs are there for Thailand. If you switch off a bit too much, that's a wonderful ball from Quang Hai. I mean, look at this, his body shape, it's not even ideal for the sort of pass that he plays, but he's somehow able to dig it out and get it into the feet of Van Duk. Right idea from Van Duk. He's looking for the far post. Drags it wide.
Second leg on the 26th of December. Not much time for recovery. And that has been the state of affairs throughout this tournament. But remember, they are very, very well rested, Thailand. Because none of this side played in the game against Singapore. Chantit goes down.
Bit of cramp, you can understand after his efforts in this game, especially this run up the pitch, scores first. Get fortunate with that one. Mistake from Hung Zui. Not say to get fortunate, but you know he's made that happen by being in that position, hasn't he? And then this one, where they just cut right through the middle of this Vietnamese side. And a nice composed finish from Chanatip.
So the last time any of these guys played was 9 days ago, the Thai side. And there's another coming together. Oh,
is he giving a penalty? It looks like he's giving a penalty here, the referee.
Wow, that could be a tie-turning decision. And all over. First of all, there was some issues raised. Referee now concern for the players.
Well, the first thing I was looking at was the direction of the ball, and initially in real time, I thought Zoiman got a touch on that to push it away from Supachai. It's a strong challenge. I know Supachai gets to the ball first. It is a strong challenge from Zoiman. It's just the replays. I wasn't quite convinced with those replays there. So the referee is obviously in such a great position, right there. Supachai gets to the ball first. I think that's a bit harsh, you know.
Yeah. It looked like Supachai going into.
I think Zoiman actually gets some contact on it. Just have a look here. Supachai, the first touch is off him, and then Zoiman comes across and makes contact with the ball. And again, when I was seeing it in real time, I thought, yes, it's a hard challenge, but the direction of the ball. And it traveled away.
He definitely got contact on the ball there. It certainly looked like it. The referee has adjudged that to be a penalty, and a chance here for the second hat-trick of this tournament, because Chanatip has grabbed hold of the ball, and this could be a massive moment here in this semi-final overall. It's got to change as well for Vietnam. More on that in a minute. A few words there from one skipper to the other. Chanatip Songkrasin, the leading player in Southeast Asia, with a chance to make this 3-0. Oh, he's got straight at the goalkeeper. Right down the middle, he didn't move. Winman may have just kept his country in it. And maybe justice is served as well, Wilson.
Yeah, I think a bit of justice there. I was a bit surprised that the penalty was given. I think we were both a bit surprised with our reactions. Listen, if you're a Thai fan, you were thinking it's 100% a penalty. If you're a Vietnamese fan, you're thinking, no, it shouldn't have been a penalty. So you'll feel there was justice there. Make up your own minds.
Well, that is quite unbelievable, really. Chanatip Songkrasin missing the penalty.
It was a poor penalty, though. Straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle.
Good height for the goalkeeper as well. Credit to Nguyen Man. You know, he waited as long as he possibly could, right? He just stood up there. Technically speaking, he's got both feet off his line. But
in the grand scheme of things, he'll point out, well, that shouldn't have been a penalty.
Yeah.
Again, these are the moments now, the Vietnamese fans trying to urge their team forward in these final minutes of the first leg. Could they go up the other end and score?
A couple of flashpoints in this game, right? Could have been big turning points, that penalty, and one in the first half as well with Chachai.
Yes, Supachai. Oh, he looks around, you can see what he was trying to do. Still Supachai. He's done brilliantly here, Supachai. Quang Hai. Lovely return ball to Tien Lin. Quang Hai brought down. And there will be yet another booking.
Yeah, wonderful work by Quang Hai. Lovely feet. Those tight spaces. It's taken out late there by Kritsada.
There's going to be a change here for Thailand. Double change, in fact. And the man who scored the 2 goals perhaps missed what should have been his hat-trick. Chanatip goes off, but he has played his part tonight. So Wiratep will get a few minutes here. So Narabadin also goes off like-for-like change with Tristan Do, of Vietnamese heritage, in fact, as well. Part Vietnamese heritage.
That was interesting for me as well with the penalty, in terms of Chanatip taking it, looking for his hat-trick. I wonder if Tiraton perhaps should have stepped up to take that one, but everything's easier after the fact, right?
That's a poor pass from Tristan Do.
Well, just going back to those potential key moments in the match, and I think back to Chachai coming way off his line in the first half on Van Tuan, and getting away with the yellow card, with just a yellow card there. And I think the reasoning behind that is the referee perhaps would have seen that and thought that is not denial of goal scoring opportunity. He was running away from goal.
Still
there was still distance. There was a covering defender, so I think perhaps that's why the referee decided not to send him off. Of course, the other side to it is, you could say, it was a professional foul. He should have seen red. Different referee on another day, perhaps.
All the work to do here for Tien Lin. Tristan Do covering is still pretty quick, isn't he? There, he's done well. Years of age now, Tristan Do, 40-odd caps, plays for Bangkok United, born in France. His paternal grandfather, Vietnamese. Always a special moment to play against Vietnam. Into the 90th minute. Such a different story, this semi-final, to the first one between Indonesia and Singapore, as we see Zoe Man going off. That's a change, wasn't he?
That's a blow to Vietnam. Let's hope he's not too seriously injured ahead of second leg.
Going high, just trying to arrow that in, wasn't he, to Van Duk. Zoe Man has been taken off for Ham Chuan Man. 25-year-old, just his second cap on for his country. They've got Bui Tien Dung. They'll be hoping to bring him back as well for the next leg if Zoe Man doesn't make it. 4 minutes of added time. Kritsada. Here's Tiraton. So for the Vietnamese fans out there, Roshan, what crumbs of comfort can you give them ahead of the next leg?
There's the next leg coming up.
Precisely that.
There's another game coming up, and 2-0. It's not, if that penalty had gone in 3-0, I think it would have been really difficult. Not impossible.
Yeah.
But I think they still have got an opportunity here of turning it around in the second leg.
Warchip won't get there. And for Thailand and their fans tonight, they'll be pretty happy with a good job done.
They'll be delighted, I think, with the way Thailand have performed. I think more so in the first half. Second half, I think they were in game management mode. We've seen them give Vietnam a little bit more of the ball. They've set back a bit more, and with the tempo of their passing and the play and the direction of the passing has changed. They've not tried to get it forward quickly. They've looked to try and play it sideways, backwards a little bit more, just to slow it down, kill the rhythm of the game. And I think Vietnamese fans will be encouraged at the fact that they've been able to still create a couple of opportunities through this man, Quang Hai.
Well, he's still going strong, isn't he, Quang Hai? Bundled over. Half-hearted appeals for a penalty, not going to be given. Here's Nok Hai. Minute and a half or so left in this. They're asking for handball. Oh, that one they really did go up for. And the referee emphatic in his denial. Punch away by Chachai. He's off his line, and Quang Hai smashes that well over. And now the questions being asked of the referee.
Beer has gone down as well. Here it's Quang Hai. He looks to play it in again. It's not this one. Well, this is the first one where he dives. I think this is just a dive and attempt to try and win a penalty. The second one, the handball one, is a little bit more interesting for me. And he's concerned that Wiratep, his arms up there, he's trying to clear the ball. It's one of those unfortunate ones. I think that's this decision made by the referee in that. I guess he's thinking, well, I don't think he's really trying to block it with his hand. Have we seen those given in the world of football? Perhaps we have.
Listen, Roshan, I think that's the problem, isn't it, with the handball?
The inconsistencies behind it. I think it's made it very difficult. And there's never sort of been any real clarity around it.
Natural, unnatural. Oh, it's a minefield, isn't it? But you can see why the Vietnamese felt the way they did.
Absolutely.
That should be straightforward for Chachai. And that should well be it. Mere falls on his goalkeeper. It's hard all round, but they haven't won it yet. They have, though, been victorious in the first leg, and that first half was absolutely superb to watch, wasn't it?
Wonderful, wonderful game of football. I think overall, the first half, especially, quality from Thailand, and the game management in the second half was really good. And you can understand why these Vietnamese players will be unhappy with some of the refereeing decisions. I think the fans as well will feel hard done by with a couple of things that have gone against them. They'll feel that Chachai perhaps should have been sent off in the first half.
Sorry, Roshan, what we're not seeing just now is Park Hang-seo was really giving a go to the fourth official.
He's still waving towards the team of officials. He's not happy with the decisions that they've made.
They're jubilant, these fans, they're dancing. Imagine what's going on in Thailand right now. But Vietnam still have 90 minutes to turn this around.
They certainly have. They gather themselves, gather their heads here, talk to each other. Nok Hai leading the way, speaking to his team. They'll know they had a couple of opportunities, so they'll be encouraged by that, but they still weren't able to really trouble Thailand that much. And I think they're going to have to improve on the shot accuracy and their attempts from inside the box. They've got to find a way of getting into the penalty area. You look at some of the numbers there, the shot accuracy in this game, just 14%.
Now, you can see a lot of the Vietnamese staff going after the referees, having a word there. The final score here at the National Stadium, another superb match as Thailand beat Vietnam by 2-0. The award of the man of the match, no surprises, Roshan, that it's this man here, Chanatip Songkrasin.
Yeah, no surprises. He's really enjoyed himself on the pitch. Could have had a hat-trick. I think that's what he was apologising to Mano for at the end of the game. But look,